Good morning, gentlemen. It's another Friday, and I hope you're well because it's another installation of TechTalk. Mike, what have you got for us?
All right, so today, looking through our schedule, it's just absolutely chock-a-block leading up to Christmas as far as seminars go. So all over Oz. So yeah, I know we've certainly got one coming up in Melbourne for November 22nd to the 25th, Tuesday to Friday. So I'll get the first plug in there. But I know we're all around Australia for the second half leading up to Christmas, and as I say, the calendar is chock-a-block. So I thought we might, go a bit of a shameless plug and have a bit of a chat about the seminars, and I guess delve in a little bit and see exactly sort of what's involved and what's on offer to people who come along. Who'd like to kick off?
I'm happy to do it, Mike. Why come to a WORX Plus seminar? Mainly because we still get a lot of questions about a lot of the key fundamentals of grinding and polishing. And most of these things are related to Daniel falling out of his truck. Most of the questions that we get asked are all fundamentally based. So it's either related directly to diamond tooling, how to get it to work best, or it's related to the actual chemicals and having a good fundamental understanding of them. When you come to the WORX Plus seminar, you learn all of these things in a lot of detail, giving you the skills and the knowledge to be able to work out a lot of these things yourself on site. Not that we don't like hearing from you guys. We actually just want you guys to be really well equipped and feel confident on site. Plus, at the same time, you get to meet a lot of people and network, people who are at the same level or at a higher level than you. And I guess some of the great things that we've seen come out of the seminars is the collaboration after the seminars and people helping each other to grow. And for us, that's really the part that we look forward to the most. And I will use that as a segue into actually the business works, which is actually my favorite part of the seminars. Even though I'm a real product guy, business works is where you actually learn to run your team, get the most out of your sales, and get the most out of your business itself. And so the favorite part for me is being able to see people succeed. And that's why we invite people to come to seminars, is because we want all of you to be successful in what you're doing and to remove as much of the frustrations from doing business. Milan, why do you think people should come to your seminars?
Well, like you said, we get a lot of technical calls coming our way. And with this industry, a lot of the stuff we do is visual. I think we're good at helping people out over the phone, but we can really get down to the nitty gritty in front of the seminar environment, behind the machine and things like that. Because I often speak to guys when they're transitioning, and I might mention spray a little bit of densify in front of a machine. That is a visual thing. A little bit isn't a measure. So my little bit might be different to the operator on the phone, and things can fall apart. So if you're struggling with some of those fundamental things, it's a great way to capture it visually and understand how much of the chemicals to put down, or how much grout, or whatever the struggles might be. But in saying all that, the technical side is great, and we get a lot of guys coming to the seminar for the technical, but when they leave, the often feedback is, wow, I didn't expect business works to be so beneficial. I came for the practical, but really what blew me away was the business work. So I think from getting your process down pat to then being able to put it in business, I think it's invaluable. I mean, for me, if I wanted to propel the business, I'd be leveraging off seminars of people who've been through it already. So for me, it's the leverage.
100%, Milan. It's a really good point. I tend to agree, because when you look at in the marketplace and see what the actual cost is of actually engaging someone like a business coach yourself, I think what Jaka does for business works is incredible. Catered for this industry, it's not so broad. It's actually really good for contractors around building a strong brand, building a great team, building a really great product. I think definitely agree. The business works is a massive part, and there's no other industry or no other company out there doing in our space what we're doing with the whole package. We don't just teach you how to be good at concrete polishing, but also be good at business. And every time I've been at Business Works, and I've said in many times, I pick stuff up all the bloody time. I highly recommend it, guys. Join in. And like Mike said, it's not just Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, and South Australia, but that's another new one, Tasmania. Tasmania is happening at the end of October, guys. The booking link is open, and I hand it over now to one of you guys because it's enough for me.
I think one of the other things about Business Works as well is, don't let Jarka see this episode, but Jarka's great and all, but as we mentioned, just to have those other people, from the industry in that same room, that think tank that goes through, and quite often the discussions that come along from real world. I know from the last seminar in Melbourne for the Business Works side, we had 20 odd guys in there, both business owners and people working within a business, and just the collaboration and the real world stories. And it's all good talking about putting things in place that are all good in hindsight, but they can be a little bit different real world. So, to hear the cross the room talk about, it's all good and well saying these things and putting these things in place, but actually doing it real world and working into your sales and working into the interaction you have with your customer. I think, fantastic. And then, of course, you've just got Jarka coming through and being able to mention things that people weren't aware of. I know she mentioned last time different things that can be written in contracts and things like that just people weren't aware of, some safeguards and things like that. But yeah, again, we talk about rubbing shoulders while we're doing the grinding and polishing with different people, with your fellow people in the industry. So that same thing certainly shines through with the Business Works as well. And you certainly get a few laughs and a few funny stories and some serious ones as well, and that sort of thing. Following up with my customers from the Business Works side of it, when they've had their workers there, not themselves, they said they certainly come back with a pretty high appreciation for what they're actually doing to run the business and a bit more how to work within the business to complement them and to make the business better. It's obviously in everyone's best interest that the company they're working for moves forward in leaps and bounds. So yeah, absolutely. So it all sort of follows suit a little bit that, I think I've said before that when I'm talking to the business owner and I said, what did you guys think of the seminar? And they say, firstly, it's great that they hear about the grinding and polishing and how to go about it and the process. And it's great for them to hear it from someone else, because they just think that I'm being picky, but then they actually see that, oh, well, hang on, no, he's not being picky, he or she not being picky, that it's just that's actually the process we need to stick to. So to sort of get that come through. And then again, it follows through in Business Works as well. They've just got a bigger appreciation for what they're trying to do, whether it be marketing and that sort of thing there, or customer interaction. You get some real heroes come out of the business and put their best foot forward to try and complement the boss and maybe take a bit of a lead as far as if the business owner can't be there on site on a particular day of the job, then someone might step up a little bit and have that client interaction. So yeah, massive from both sides. So whether you're the business owner or working within the business, yeah, it's not a how to start a business. It's absolutely not that. It's all about an existing business and how to complement it and grow and that sort of thing there. So it's great, the grinding and polishing, but it seems to be the superstar at the end tends to be the Business Works of it. So it is really good.
Certainly. And Mike, I couldn't agree with you more as far as the networking is concerned.
That's it.
This is an industry that we've all built together, and being able to meet like-minded people helps us to continue to build that. You couple that with Business Works, and it's all about scaling up and getting the most out of your energy in the business and building your team. It only helps bring everyone in the industry further forward, which I think is a really good thing for everyone who gets involved. And what might be even more important is you get to find out how you stack up against your competition on either go-karting or golf or bowling.
Bowling.
Hey, depending on which seminar you go to, where it is, you'll find out what your ranking is in that particular sport or activity. And I think that's really important.
The question is, what are they going to do in Tasmania? What's the kind of sport they do? Is it going to be a fishing competition or like a surfing competition?
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see.
The fastest to climb up Mount Wellington.
The fastest at wildwater rafting down the Franklin.
So October's the key, guys. Yeah.
Big month, October.
October. Month. So we would have got Queensland 4th to the 7th, South Australia 18th to the 21st, and Tassie 25th to the 29th. That's a big month.
Mealsy, I'm pretty sure you've got a plug too.
New South Wales, you've got the 8th to the 11th of November. Of course, as I mentioned before, the 22nd to the 25th. So November's looking pretty as well.
Wow, that's a lot of work ahead of us. We're going to have to go have some pre-seminar beers now, I think.
Sounds like the go. We better go get ready then, huh?
And ditch this water.
Water, I believe you.
Righto, gents. Are we all good with that? I guess, as I tend to say towards the end of some of these tech talks, of course, get in touch. Leave some comments, ask some questions, give us a yell. Keep an eye out on Instagram and Facebook. We're always putting up some posts regarding the seminars with the link to follow and that sort of thing there. But otherwise, give us a ring, have a chat, see if it might be something for you. But I think you'll probably find it will be.
Wonderful.
Sounds good, guys.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Have a great weekend. Rest up. I'm sure if you're anything like anyone else that we've been talking to, you're absolutely flat out. So hopefully you got some time to put your feet up and enjoy some rest and relaxation this weekend.
R&R.
That's it. Alrighty, gentlemen. Nice to see your faces and see you next week.
See you guys.
Au revoir.
Have a good weekend.